Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I'm Rachel Thompson-Phillips, the creator of the BEYOU Oracle Cards and also of the Sacred Oracle online program. This week's energy forecast is for September the 6th through to September the 12th, with the overall theme being, which is, because it's going to sound like it's all rolling into one word, the theme for this week is be true to you. Now, the cards that unfold through the messages this week is Monday and Tuesday is the card of strength. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of contemplation. And the weekend's message is oceans calling. Now, before we begin diving in and exploring all of the beautiful messages that tie back into being true to you, the important thing that I want to really share with this was that as I was shuffling the card for this week's energy forecast, each of these three cards are jumping cards. Now, jumping cards are significant messages your soul is trying to convey to you, but you may not have been tuned into it, or you've dismissed it or overlooked it because you're stuck in too much in your own head or been overthinking it. So when the cards jump out, it's like, hey, I want you to take note of these messages. So feel into what deeply resonates throughout this weekly energy forecast as a definitive extra message that speaks directly to your soul. So Monday and Tuesday is the card of strength. Now, Monday is the beautiful start of a new moon. So it is on September the 6th or September the 7th, depending on your location. You may have been feeling that stirring of the new moon coming through, and what this message around strength is about, not only do we get that stirring of the new moon and all those vibes and start connecting into our dreams and our desires and our goals, but with that also starts to activate those fears and those doubts and those overthinking and those limitations. And this is where the strength comes in, is to normally we can get resistant and get pissed off and upset and angry about the fears coming up. Why are they invading my dreams and my goals? But please remember, they are insightful because they are delivering you beautiful messages that are saying, now if you work on these areas, therefore, you get this beautiful flow-on effect to stay true to yourself, because being true to yourself is also accepting that some days you're going to be vibing amazing, other days you're not. Some days you're going to be tuned into your dreams and just really loving them. And then this other time, those fears creep in and we get like what I call like that cactus feeling where we're just like, why is this happening? And when we can be accepting of that, that's when we're being true, because it'd be wonderful to think that we stay in this beautiful neutral zone of just vibing in our dreams and our desires, but it's also not normal, or not so much normal, but it can lead us to disappointments when those other elements come in, and when we can find a balance between them and go, okay, well, this is my limitation that's coming up. What is it that I can do to start working on strengthening that? I can use that as a guide to be able to ask for support through the portal of the new moon energy that's coming in, speaking into the existence of, this is my fear, this is my limitation. Okay, this is what I need support and help with, and look at working at manifesting those types of either people, resources, actions, behaviors, mindset shifts, energy shifts, looking at it from all of those variables and ways in which to bring things back into balance, because the strength is about having the strength to be you. And we talk about it as if it's just something that's just so easy and natural, but being you also comes with that element as well, and it's okay to have them. A lot of people call them our shadow self. We have that, and if you have a look at the yin and yang sign, there is a balance of equal elements between white and black. The white being the light, the positive, the gorgeousness, the soulful part within ourselves, but then we also have that darkness, which is where we put our fears, our limitations. But we need to be able to have both of them working together, and when you see that sign, they fit beautifully together. So this is a beautiful moment to step into that space and embrace all of you, your faults, your flaws, your amazingness, your beauty. Allow the light to shine on both the lightness, and also shine the light into those darkened areas for you to be able to get the biggest amount of growth. And they're all things that you can put forward as you manifest all of your intentions for the new moon and embracing and embodying all that you are. So it's going to be Monday and Tuesday, and you may have even been feeling this leading up to the new moon, and this week's energy is that self-exploration of discovering more and more about your own self, having those like little bit of epiphany insights that come in. You're like, oh damn, I forgot about that about myself. But not only will that give you epiphanies in your fears and your doubts, but it's also going to give you epiphanies and reminders of your strengths. Now, all of that insight and working with being able to power up your new moon intentions, we come forward to Wednesday through to Friday with the card of Contemplation. Now that you've got your intention set, you're aware of your amazing attributes and also the other areas that you would like to strengthen. Now is the time to sit down and be able to contemplate, how do you put this all together? How do you come to a place where you may require to forgive yourself? What is the type of healing that you feel that you require? And this is the beautiful thing, is that just go in and ask your soul, what healing do I require right now so I can be more aligned and comfortable being all that I am, and come to a place of acceptance, and know that your soul will deliver that into your awareness as what healing. So it could be forgiveness, it could be letting go, it could be shifting your perception and focus on being able to see all your beautiful elements. I always find it the saddest thing that can happen sometimes is where we only ever focus on our flaws and forget to recognize our amazingness. So that could be the thing that comes through when you ask soul, what is it that you can do to move through and be able to shine your amazingness? So the contemplation is about being able to devise a beautiful master plan on what you're going to do for the next month to honor all that you are, to be yourself, to stand in your sovereignty and be able to shine all of the magic that is within you. And the magic is also the faults and flaws, because that's what makes you you. I think it's really important whether we categorize or put things into label of good, bad, because when we have those different categories of self, we tend to therefore then go in and go, well, if this is good, then this is what I shine in. But if this is what I deem not so good or bad, or a fault or a flaw, then what happens is, what do? We hide. And this is the moment when you think about the new moon, it's this beautiful ambient light that shines in the night. And that is what we want, is we want that ambient light to shine through those parts of yourself that you've deemed not so amazing. So this is the time to contemplate, how do you really step into being all of you in a space of feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin? For me, I think that's when we're the most sexiest, and this is the time where we get to be creative. You may even find, I mean, as I'm saying this, I'm feeling like, you never know, there may even be some beautiful souls out there that decide that, you know what, I'm going to go and cut all my hair off, or I'm going to go and get rid of everything out of my wardrobe that no longer resonates with the person that I am anymore. I just want to completely declutter, and I want to have more of a resemblance of the person and the version that I am now, and anything that is not of that is removed from my world. So you may find that there will be some huge transformational things that also happen this week for people, which is powerful. Then we lead through to the weekend's message, which is around Ocean's Calling. Is about when we go through these deep types of contemplation and cleansing and purifying and getting rid of things, creating more space and stepping into that alignment of mind, body, soul, and spirit, and your energy is all bent into the direction of, you know exactly where you're going because you've got the clarity. It's really important to therefore go to the ocean and to be able to restore that balance, because so much has shifted. You know, especially if you're decluttering and getting rid of everything, the energy starts rising and we start shifting and moving things around. We want to recalibrate and everything, bring everything into this beautiful state of homeostasis, of balance. And therefore that again also helps us to declutter, because the ocean also works on decluttering our energy. It is decluttering our mind, our heart frequency. It realigns our heart back into a neutral zone that complements the clarity that you get, and that's what you want, is so that every part of you is vibing towards the directions of your dreams. And that dream of being able to confidently stand in your own space and say, this is me, and I am embodying every part of myself because I am coming from a place of pure and utter love and acceptance. And that is when powerful shit starts to happen, because everything comes internalized. You stop looking outside of yourself for confirmation or connection or validation or being able to see your worthiness. You start to recognize that within your own self, and this becomes the game changer. That is when you can step into that space of to be you, because this week is going to take you on a journey of being able to unlock and discover and find out what being you means for you. So I wish you an incredibly amazing week. Much love. Take care. See you guys.